Double jab. 1, 2, 1, 2. Double jab. Right hand to the back. Double jab, right hand to the back. Back on top of the left foot. Double jab, left foot.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Tony the Savant back again. Shout out to y'all, man. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're pulling up to this video. Shout out to my cousin Hawk, that's the ambassador. Shout out to my boy Jeezy, that's the manager. Shout out to my boy Paulie Corleone. We Uncle Paulie's Entertainment over here. Shout out to the IOW Sports Network, always showing love, man. Shout out to my boy Darian Hopkins and the D Hopkins Show. You dig? I'm trying to think. Shout out to my boy Marlo Knows Basketball and Boxing. Also, my boy Jeremy the Gent. We the big three that make up Run It Up Sports. So definitely shout out to the brothers. Just make sure I want to do some, pay homage and shout out my boys every so often on these videos. But nonetheless, let's get right into it, man, because Floyd Mayweather. Man, if you was at the live with me, if you was on the live with me and Marlo, my boy Marlo had to, jump offline, do this family man thing. So I relaunched the live, and we just kind of watched the post-fight interviews together. But I had to cut it short, man. I had to cut my post-fight live short. The first one I've ever done, too, because y'all know I usually, if I go live, it's, I'll jump on the screen, woo, woo, woo. It's the first live I ever had where I was, kind of sat back. I was doing some commentary in the background, of course, but I sat back and I was like, all right, let's just let the fighters talk. You know what I mean? We watched Jermel's post-fight interview. We did not get an opportunity to get to the Canelo fight, the Canelo post-fight interview because, bro, I had a limited amount of time and I'm thinking, all right, I got an hour. You know what I mean? They're going to do 30 minutes with Jermel, 30 minutes with Canelo interview. Get them out the way, talk about the fight. Boom, 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 get offline, get back to my other, my other obligations. But I was not aware of this. So y'all let me know in the comment section if y'all knew this was gonna happen. But the young man you see in the visual, in the picture, in the pic of the video, excuse me, the young man you see in this picture is a gentleman named by the name Cormel Moulton, and I might be saying this name wrong, Cormel Moulton or Morton. A young 17-year-old prodigy signed to the Money Mayweather promotions, signed to Floyd essentially, and the young man had his debut on the Canelo versus Charlo card. He ended up stopping his opponent, and I'm not sure the details of the fight. I wasn't aware that this young man was even fighting on the card, to tell y'all the truth, man. I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So when Floyd popped out in the middle, in between Jermel's post-fight interview and Canelo's post-fight interview, I was like, what's going on? What is Floyd doing here? I mean, y'all know Floyd is a retired legend, one of the greatest to ever do it. So I just was kind of confused as to what he was doing on the stage. And mind you, if you was in the live with me, when we was doing the live, we kind of caught up live. I mean, we kind of caught up late. They had already started the Jermel Charlo interview. So just for the sake of hearing what he had to say about the fight, we watched his entire interview, and then we kind of jumped the time skip into, to where it was live. And where it was live at the time when we did the time skip, Floyd Mayweather was on the stage and was just going on and on and on about a plethora of subjects, mind y'all. But y'all know Floyd, majority of what he was talking about was himself. Just reliving his glory, talking about his career, talking about what he do, this, that, and the third, talking about who had the most money on the gate, talking about who's the greatest of all time. Floyd Mayweather, my big bro, man. I really admire Floyd. Was a fan of his during his boxing days. I'm a fan of his right now because Floyd talks about more than just boxing. You can learn some things about life from Floyd. You can learn some things about family from Floyd. You can learn some things about business from listening to Floyd Mayweather. So he's definitely one of them guys on my list as far as who I listen to for motivation, wisdom. He's a big bro in my life. But I gotta call you out, Floyd. This was crazy work, bro. I don't think I ever seen anything like that, where somebody tells you, "Hey, I know I get, criticized a lot for taking over the show and talking a lot and this, that, and the third. I'm not about to do that," and then proceed to do that to the T. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is exactly what Floyd said. This is exactly what he did. He said, "I know y'all, get upset with me," or something like. I'm not quoting him verbatim, excuse me, but he said something along the line, "I know y'all to get upset with me, boo woo woo, taking over the show. I'm not about to do that." And then he took over the show for an easy hour, G. That's what I'm saying. I did not have time to sit through the Canelo interview because Floyd was on the stage for so long. And it was just embarrassing. It's just too much, man. It was too much for me. And I just got to call Floyd out because some people may not have taken an issue with it. I'm not trying to make it a bigger issue than, it actually was. But never again do I want to hear Floyd Mayweather talk during a big fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he wanted to do that at the Spence and Crawford fight. I'm sure he was trying to finesse and get Cormel on that card so he could do this exactly that. And shout out to whoever didn't allow that to happen. I ain't got no sources or nothing to confirm. I'm just going off Floyd Mayweather's patterns. I'm going off what we actually just seen transpire. Dude took over the interview. That was crazy work to me, but nonetheless, y'all tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. It was very cringe to me, man. I did not like it. And like I said, I don't want to hear Floyd Mayweather talking during during the post-fight interviews between two other fighters that we had, that was the interest. We came to see Canelo and Charlo. We wanted to hear the words and interviews of Canelo and Charlo. I don't know what or why Floyd felt it was okay to insert himself in that moment, especially over a fighter. I'm sorry, but Cormel's only 1-0, as a professional. Yes, he's a phenomenal prodigy and all that stuff, but Floyd, you putting a target on your boy back too, because you think the next dude, somebody's going to want to knock this kid out because they know it's going to be their claim to fame. I'm not saying somebody, everybody's going to prep now to knock this kid out because now, Floyd, they're going to be fighting you. You know what I'm saying? They're going to know if I knock this kid out, it's like I knocked Floyd Mayweather out. He didn't invest so much in him. And that's just what it is. I feel kind of bad for young Cormel because I like the kid. You know what I'm saying? I kind of watched some of that fight. I didn't watch all of it, but seemed like he got a good foundation to him. But now he's going to have a big target on his back because Floyd Mayweather wanted to insert himself and talk about himself and do all this crazy stuff. And now everybody that fights Cormel will be fighting Floyd as well. And they're going to go after this kid. I'm sure every fighter that he faces now is going to train a little bit harder because they know it's at stake. They know it's going to be their claim to fame if they knock this dude out. Because everybody's going to talk about it. Everybody's going to talk about it. And especially the Floyd haters out there, they're going to, hey, look, Floyd, we told you so. Your mans ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? So y'all tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section. Please like, subscribe, comment, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content on the channel. Thank you for all the love and the support. Y'all know y'all humble the boy, but y'all motivate the boy too. So y'all the bosses. Let me get back to work. Peace.